Hey everybody, it's Anna. Time for the final card in this week's tarot story. So we close this week with the Hermit reversed. This is our second major arcana card for the week. And as I said before, the major arcana cards connect to important life lessons. So the life lesson of the Hermit is actually similar to the life lesson of the Hanged Man, which we had on Wednesday, which is times of integration, when it's time to step away from action and allow yourself to go inward and let something shift within yourself. So the Hermit is this wise old man who looks kind of like a wizard, which reminds you he is magical. And he is walking into the wilderness. He's carrying his lantern, which is his guidance, and following his guidance into the wilderness. And that's because he is ready. He can feel something is trying to come up within himself. There's something bubbling and brewing beneath the surface. And he knows he needs to give that attention, give that space and quiet and solitude so it can brew. So he's leaving behind, I think of him as leaving the village behind and going and finding a cave somewhere and sitting in the cave where it's quiet, where he can settle in and kind of give intention and open himself to receive this new insight. At which point, I always imagine the Hermit then returning to the village and bringing his gift. So his intention to leave is not because he's trying to get away from people. I mean, kind of is, but not because he's exhausted or tired of people. It's not self-care. It is evocation. It is he's opening up some magic, right? So this card came to us reversed, and that suggests to me in this case, in this tarot story, that we're trying to avoid this solitude, or maybe we're having a hard time claiming it, and that could be because the mind is trying to stay active, which is one of the challenges of the whole spiritual journey. Is the mind misunderstanding, thinking that action is in and of itself fruitful when it is not. If you don't balance action with rest and integration, then what you're building is kind of like building your house on the sand, right? You don't have any rootedness to what you're doing, and what you're doing ends up being a waste of time and energy because it kind of falls apart. So the message of this tarot story seems to be, we started on Tuesday with the Ace of Pentacles, which is, I have an idea. I know I'm going to do something new. Pentacles is about manifesting in the physical realm. So we're saying, I want to create something. I want to have a new job. I want to, do something new. And we talked about how in the Ace of Pentacles step, what you're doing, you're getting the idea, you're just saying yes to the idea. You're saying, that's cool. I'll make space for that and I'll plant it. You're just saying yes. There are no action steps beyond saying yes. Yes is an important action step, right? But the mind doesn't recognize it as important as it is. It is the catalyst moment where you say, all right, I'm game. Then the universe and your soul begin to work together. You said yes, they're going to start bringing things in alignment with that purpose, right? And that's the integration point. That's where you kind of let it root in your life. And we talked about, like on Wednesday, after we had the Ace of Pentacles, we had the Hanged Man, which is about internal transformation. It's a time of suspended animation. You don't do anything during that. You're letting something work itself out within yourself. Then we had the King of Cups reversed, which suggested that maybe during this time of integration, what we're doing is getting in touch with our master intuitor, which is the King of Cups, like letting ourselves kind of learn how to navigate our emotions and receive our emotions and let them guide us. And it could very well be that those emotions are going to be necessary for the trajectory we're moving forward. So everything is getting in place, right, for us to do this so that when it's time to move again, we're ready. So the Hermit is in an agreement of that. Like, yes, this is important internal work. Step away. Don't keep engaging the world. Don't keep letting it talk to you right now, because if it's getting your attention, it's really just false leads. This is not where wisdom is. Wisdom is not in the world right now. It is within yourself. So kind of breaking free from the idea that you need to keep moving to make this happen. That's the mind's mistake that we have to train it out of. You don't have to keep moving. Whatever this thing is that you're sort of excited about, if you move right now, you're not getting closer to it. You're actually wasting energy because you have to give yourself time to integrate. So the Hermit knows that he needs to step away from all these sort of, false leads the world's giving him in order to just concentrate on what's inside himself. So consider where your mind is arguing against this. No, we need to keep in the world. We need to watch out. Where are the options? Where are the options? We need to ask people's opinions. All those things are the mind looking for wisdom outside itself. So in order for us to not do that, we have to kind of remove ourselves deliberate from the world and say, mind, we're not looking out there, we're looking internally. It's almost like going to a sensory deprivation tank where there's nothing out there to get your attention, so you go internal. So consider where you might be just having some resistance around solitude. What are you afraid of? What is your mind afraid of? And see if you can soothe your mind into realizing this is the step that leads to the next step, which is probably the 3 step in the tuition, which in the trajectory, which is now we suddenly go into motion. The universe is aligned, we're aligned, everything's ready to take those steps. We want to get to that place where it feels free and excited and inspired to move, not we're moving out of tension or fear. And to do that, we have to create some space around ourselves to find our own path and to honor that path. So that's our last card for this tarot story. See you next time. Bye.